Style advice helps you figure out some words or themes that you want your style to express. So let's say that you've done this work and you found some words. It could be sensual ease, effortless elegance, fun and playful. But then what? I've worked with almost 800 clients, and I know that for many people, the process of translating these concepts into actual clothes feels super daunting. The good news is that I have spent hundreds of hours obsessively thinking about how to style yourself in the best way possible while keeping it simple. And I'm going to show you. All you need are some words to start. I don't believe that anyone needs like a cohesive aesthetic. These do not need to be the only words you need to use. You just need some words or a mood or a vibe that you're eager to explore. So, first of all, you need to understand that nobody can just take words and then jump straight into shopping. To use the words or concepts, you first need to define them for yourself, avoiding two potential dangers. So, the first danger is not having a clear enough definition. So, let's say we were looking for fun and playful. One person could look at this matching set and say, "Oh my God, this is so fun. It's so playful. I love the colors, the patterns, the drama." For another person, she would be like, "Oh my God, that outfit is way too much. What's fun for me is taking like a striped sweater and adding something unexpected, like a bit of lace mixed into it." And then for another person, it would be like, "No, that's not fun either. For me, fun means like magic and whimsy, subtle." So what that person be looking for is like a small magical touch, like this sparkly seashell necklace. Obviously, none of these three people have the wrong idea. They have the exact idea that's right for them, but until you have clarity on your definition, the risk is that you will end up taking on other people's definitions instead. So maybe you actually want to wear the bold matching set, but you only see people around you with the small touches like hair clips or necklaces. So then you're going to settle on the seashell pendant. But if it's not right for you, it's not going to be satisfying because it's not your version of fun. And then you're going to start doubting yourself and being like, do I have the words wrong? Am I not a fun person? Was something wrong with my body, etc., etc.? And the wheels will just keep spinning. So, clarity on the meaning of the words helps you be happy with your choices. And then there's another danger zone I want to protect you from. And this is the zone of getting overly specific on your vision, which usually happens when we use imagery for inspiration too closely. So, let's say you're looking for like effortless elegance, and you have in mind these two Pinterest photos, the perfect pair of loafers, and this woman in these like slouchy slacks. But if you can't find that exact pair of loafers or those slacks don't fit you in the same exact way, what's going to happen is you can get discouraged and give up because you aren't recreating the images and you just don't really know what else to do. And again, it feels like, oh, am I not actually elegant? Is this style not for me? Etc. etc. So, what we want is something in that sweet spot between having any definition and having a vision that's really hyper specific. We want a list of possibilities, and I call this list a style dictionary because it's like all the possible expressions of the aesthetic, and you pick and choose how and when you want to use them. Making your style dictionary is really simple. You can do it in less than an hour. Let's make a style dictionary together for sensual ease, and then we'll talk about how to use it in the best way. So, our first step is to find examples of something that feels and looks like sensual ease to you. Keeping an open mind is the most important thing in this step. We're not looking for things for you to buy right now. You don't need to love everything about the example. You just need to like something about it, be curious about trying it, and feel drawn to it. So, where to go for the examples? My first suggestion is to go to your closet because that's already stuff that suits you. So, just pull out some things that fit the theme. Again, without being critical about that specific piece, just pull it out. You can also think back on the things you've worn in the past, which gave you that desired vibe or feel. You can also obviously look for inspiration out in the world. So, you can literally notice what people are wearing, you can browse in stores, you can shop online. So ideally, you want to gather 8 to 15 examples. Anything more than that, I think, quickly becomes overwhelming. It's much better to repeat the process in the future. So for now, just limit yourself here in the first step. I scrolled online among new arrivals on some brands. I saved photos of things that looked like sensual ease. And here are some of the photos I found. Maybe you would choose something totally different. That's the point of the exercise, is to connect with your meaning of the word. And then that's step one done, the examples. What's next? We're going to analyze our examples and break them down. This is the part where we're going to ask, what about these clothes is sensual and easy? What do I actually like? Because you don't like everything about the picture. What's really important here is just to go for it without overthinking. If you haven't done this before, this step might feel really tricky because you might just be like, well, I don't know, the whole thing, or like just the vibe. That's what I like. This is fine. It's totally normal. Just be a bit patient. It's going to feel really obvious soon. Don't stress. You just need to tune in. But what catches your eye? I'm a very systematic thinker, as you know, so I like to think in terms of the basic style categories: colors, textures, patterns, silhouettes, detailing. So if you're feeling a bit stuck, you can use these categories to help you break down what you're seeing. Like, is it the color that's speaking to me? Is it the texture? So let's go through some of these examples so you can understand how I would do this. For this orange outfit, I think the muted color, the soft texture, the flowy shape, all of that feels very easy, very relaxed. The ties on the front, the way it shows the skin all over, makes it feel very sensual. And in my mind, orange is just a sensual color. In this next outfit, I think the sensuality comes from the nude color of the top, the sheer texture, the cutout design. I think the overall vibe also feels very soft. The bare ballet shoes, the low color contrast, it all gives a feeling of ease. Okay, now you can pause the video and try for yourself. Even if these outfits don't perfectly suit your idea of sensual ease, what do you notice about them? Are there colors, silhouettes, details? What feels sensual and easy to you? I want you to remember this is an intuitive, artistic exercise with literally no wrong answer. The more you work with it, the easier it becomes for you to learn to trust yourself and notice the patterns. So that's the second step done already. And then the third step is just to make a literal list. It could be a note in your phone, Google Doc, piece of paper, post-it note, index card. I want you to write the theme on top. So in our case, sensual ease. Or you can make two lists, one for sensual, one for ease, if you like that. And then I want you to list what you found by looking at your 8 to 15 examples. So from the examples I showed, I would list muted colors, nude colors, low contrast color schemes, loose fit, soft fabrics, flowy shape, showing some skin, lace texture, sheer texture, clean lines with minimal decoration, sandals that wrap around the ankle, soft bare ballet flats. It's kind of amazing how many ideas we have just by looking at a few of these photos and analyzing them. And that's literally it. What I love about this process is how simple but also super powerful it is. Before we started this, all we had was a vague concept of sensual ease. Now we have a clear list of possible visual elements and some visual inspo. So just another reminder, you can have as many lists as you want. Some people like to have many aesthetics, many words, so you really don't need to limit yourself. The next step is to use the list and keep working with it because it's not done forever. The more you practice, the more clarity you will reach. For example, over time you might realize, okay, muted colors look sensual to me on photos, but I don't like wearing them. I don't feel sensual, I just feel blah. So this is not part of my style dictionary. Even though I recognize it as sensual, it's not for me. So you kind of edit based on your experience and keep working with the list. Maybe you realize, oh, for you, dark colors are sensual and very inviting. Or you realize that some things only work in combination. So, for example, you love sheer nude colored tops, but only if they're very flowy or have some sort of embroidery. You only get this with experience, so that's why you want to keep using the list. Another thing that might happen as you work with your style dictionary is that you realize you don't actually really like the concept. So, for example, if you're wearing the things on your sensual ease list, but you're feeling unhappy, you realize, okay, this is a part of my style interest, but actually, most of the time, it doesn't really describe what I'm looking for. You don't need to reject the concept completely, but you can start looking for something that suits you better. And you're on the right track. The important thing in all of this is that you've started expressing a theme with your style. You're already using style with intention. And this is a skill that you just keep building and improving forever. And that's it. If you're feeling stuck on what to express about yourself, or you're stuck on shopping with the Style Dictionary in mind, I'm going to link some videos for you right here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.